So today we're talking about something that, let's be honest, has messed with all of us: social media and body image.
Yep. If you've ever looked at someone's Instagram post and thought, why don't I look like that? This one's for you.
Or if you've ever tried to suck in just to look at yourself in the mirror.
Guilty. I do that all the time. Like the mirror's a camera or something.
Same. I'm like, who am I performing for?
Exactly. But seriously, we're breaking down how social media feeds us unrealistic beauty standards and how it messes with our heads. And don't worry, we'll also share some tips for surviving the comparison game.
Because trust me, you're not the only one who's been sucked into the endless scroll of doom.
Part 1: How social media creates unrealistic standards.
Let's kick things off with the obvious. Social media is basically a giant highlight reel. It's all filters, edits, and accidental perfect lighting.
Oh, don't forget the angles. If you see me from the wrong angle, I look like I'm auditioning for a potato mascot.
Laugh, stop it. Potatoes are versatile. I mean, fries, chips, you'd be iconic.
Laughing, thanks for the pep talk, Sophia. But seriously, social media makes it so easy to forget that most of what we're seeing isn't real.
Exactly. It's like, deep down, we know those images are curated. But when you see them over and over again, it's hard not to compare yourself.
Oh, 100%. And it's not just about appearance. People only show the good stuff like their abs, their vacations, or their avocado toast that probably cost $18.
And here I am eating last night's pizza in bed, wondering where it all went wrong.
Laughs relatable. But that's the trap, right? Social media convinces us that everyone else is living this picture-perfect life, while we're just here.
It's wild. And the worst part? Even when you know it's fake, it still gets to you.
So, let's talk about how this actually impacts us. It's not just about feeling bad for a second. The effects can go way deeper.
Definitely. I mean, have you ever had one of those days where you're scrolling and suddenly you just feel blah?
Oh yeah, like I've accomplished nothing with my life. Meanwhile, someone's over there running a marathon at sunrise, adopting a rescue dog, and making green smoothies.
Right? Meanwhile, I'm like, I took a shower today, that's a win.
Big win. But seriously, studies show that spending too much time on social media can lead to depression, anxiety, and low self-esteem.
And honestly, it makes sense. You're constantly comparing your entire life, messy and all, to someone else's curated highlight reel.
Exactly. And it's exhausting. Like, I don't need to know that Karen from high school now has a six-figure job and a perfect family.
Ugh, Karen. She's the worst. But jokes aside, it's really damaging. Social media makes us hyper-focused on our flaws, especially when it comes to our bodies.
And it doesn't stop there. It's not just women feeling the pressure. Guys are out here comparing themselves to those fitness influencers with 8-pack abs.
8 packs. I'm just trying to finish my 6-pack of donuts.
You're my hero.
All right, let's get personal. Jamie, have you ever felt pressured by social media to look a certain way?
Oh, for sure. A couple of years ago, I followed a bunch of fitness influencers, and it really messed with me. I'd see their workout routines and think, why don't I look like that?
Ugh, I've been there. It's like, even if you know they have personal trainers and lighting experts, you still compare yourself.
Exactly. I started working out, not because I wanted to, but because I felt like I had to look a certain way.
That's so relatable. I remember this one time I downloaded a face editing app because I thought my selfies weren't good enough. It was so toxic.
I get that. And the crazy part is, even after editing photos, I'd still find things to criticize. Like, it's never enough.
That's the thing. Social media makes you feel like you're always falling short. It's exhausting.
For real. But you know what helped? I started unfollowing accounts that made me feel bad about myself.
Same. Unfollowing toxic accounts is like spring cleaning for your brain.
And now my feed is just dogs, food, and memes. It's beautiful.
Honestly, that's the dream.
Okay, so we've talked about the problem. Let's get into solutions. How can we break this cycle?
First, audit your feed. If an account makes you feel bad about yourself, Unfollow it. No hesitation.
Yes. Protect your peace. Life's too short to compare yourself to influencers who use 37 filters.
Exactly. Another tip? Set boundaries. Limit how much time you spend on social media.
That's a big one. I set a timer for 30 minutes a day, and honestly, it's been life-changing.
That's smart. And if you really need a reset, try a digital detox. Delete the apps for a week and see how you feel.
Oh, for sure. I did that once, and it was like my brain finally had room to breathe.
Same. And during my detox, I actually started painting again. Who knew I had creative energy buried under all that scrolling?
That's awesome. It's amazing how much time and mental space you get back when you step away.
Another thing? We need to redefine what beauty means.
Yes. Forget the cookie cutter standards. Real beauty is about being authentic, not perfect.
Exactly, like embrace your quirks, they're what make you you.
And remember, no filter or edit can replace confidence.
Preach, Jamie.
Alright, let's wrap this up. Social media isn't all bad, but we've got to recognize when it's hurting us more than helping.
Absolutely. Take control of your feed, set boundaries, and don't forget, you're enough, exactly as you are.
And if Karen from high school is making you feel bad, unfollow her. She'll be fine.
Poor Karen. But seriously, be kind to yourself, you're doing great.
Thanks for hanging out with us today.